I want to welcome everybody to another edition of the CJ and Shorty Show. Glad to be here on this Friday afternoon. Glad to have another opportunity to be sitting here with my co-host sitting next to me. Shorty, how you doing today, Shorty?
I'm doing swell. How are you doing?
Can't complain. Can't complain. Got up early. Got to go get my son. Surf the internet, see what I can find, see what I can get into. So looking forward to sitting here next to you for an hour, and as you push me out of the way. You're trying to push me out of the way. Don't quit trying to push me out of the way.
I'm turning all by myself.
You know, I put my name in first for a reason.
Yeah, I don't really know why.
So you can't push me out of the way.
I don't really understand why your name is first.
So it kind of rhymes better, CJ and Shorty versus Shorty and CJ.
No, I think Shorty and CJ sound better. Yeah.
CJ and Shorty. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you guys check out our site, www.the110nation.com. Also, check out our blog site, www.the110nationsports.com. You can like us on Facebook. You can like our fan page, my fan page, Mr. CJ Sports. You can like the sports and site side of the house, 110 Nation Sports, and the radio and guest side of the house, 110 Nation Sports Radio. Tell you what, this week on the 110 Nation Sports show, we had a lot of great guests. We had Hannah Newhouse. We got to interview her earlier this week from the Drive for Diversity Combine. We got to have Sarah Cornett-Ching join us, fresh off her 2015 record-setting season in the ARCA Series. And then we had Erica Enders, pro stock driver, 8-time winner this year in NHRA. So very exciting week, not to mention Thursday night and all the great guests we had last night on Racing with Big Sweat. So I'll tell you what, and if you guys didn't catch last night, you guys got to catch last night's show. We had a surprise call-in last night from the 74 team. It's going through some sanctions with NASCAR, so the last 30 minutes of that show, he is on the show talking about that. So if you guys missed that last night, make sure you guys check that out, and some good stuff. And we got more coming. We got some more inside scoop that we're going to bring you guys, especially you NASCAR fans out there, so check it out. Speaking of NASCAR, how excited are you about the news we got earlier this week?
Oh, I'm super excited. I was a little upset at first, but I'm super excited now.
Upset at first and excited now. For those that didn't catch the shows earlier in the week and don't listen to, and I don't know why you wouldn't, but don't listen to the 110 Nation Sports Show. You didn't have an opportunity to hear what happened earlier this week, and so we're going to take an opportunity to let you on a big thing for us here at the 110 Nation Sports Show. Just dropped the phones. We got to make sure everything's still kicking on the BTR side. And for those that are curious, we are live both on Spreaker and BTR right now. We're trying to see if we can master this sound on us being live on both ends of the total pool here. So we'll see how that works out today. But Tuesday morning I opened, and I went to work about 5 o'clock that morning, and about 2 hours into my shift, I decided I was going to check my emails. And for some reason, I went back to an old phone, but it's actually an upgrade from the new phone that I had. New one I cracked, and happened to had never gotten rid of the old phone, and so it doesn't pull up my emails like it should. And so I refreshed it, got it to pull up. I seen that. Yeah. Oh, I put that on you.
I know.
Meet Ashley, and she's a magician. If you see that, oh, good Lord, she pulls out about a 12. She looks like she's got a gumball in her mouth or something. And then you watch the video, and she lets about 12-inch cucumber come, maybe even longer than that. That might be about 15 inches. Yeah, come from out her mouth. But anyway, I refreshed it, and I saw something to say about credentials, and I was like, well, what is this? You know, I figured it was some junk. And then I also remembered that Steve Billmeyer and myself were going to the World of Outlaws November 7th, and we got media for that. So I thought maybe it had something to do with that. Opened the email, and I started reading, and I found out that I was approved to go do media coverage for the Homestead race here for the NASCAR, the last race of the season. And to be honest, I forgot I even applied for it. And it was one of those things that when I did, I just thought I would throw our name in the hat and see what happened. And didn't really think nothing else of it. And, you know, like I said, I forgot all about it until I got the email. And so, I tell Shorty, of course, because, all the finances, we got to make sure that we're on the same page for that, personally and the 110 Nation. And so, we're trying to game plan on, her possibly just going down and hanging out while I'm doing the media stuff, her staying, and we got to talking about 10, 15 minutes before Tuesday's show, and she starts expressing her concerns. She ain't been away from me for 4 days in the 21 months that we've been hanging out, and the 7 months or so that we'd actually been dating, and she was kind of concerned about that, wasn't she?
I was a little concerned, I guess you could say.
A little concerned?
I mean, I was upset.
Who was upset?
I was.
Wasn't feeling it. And then she started to kind of express her concerns when she thought that she wasn't going and that she wasn't put in for the race. And she started asking me, why didn't you put me in for the race? And I wanted to go and this, that, and the other. And like I told her, first of all, I don't remember applying. And, honestly, there's a good chance that I put just my name in just thinking that I wasn't going to get, honestly thought that I was going to get accepted. And I figured I would at least not be greedy. I would just try to get myself into the race. Also, we had already put her in for 2 races. She got approved for Kentucky. I was the only one who got approved for Charlotte's. That was the other race we put her in. And we knew that we were going to get a lot of races with her work. Her work's a little less working with her schedule and the 110 stuff than mine is. So, it was another possibility. But I was like, maybe you should check your email. And her first response was, well, they always send you an email and let you know who's been accepted and who's not been accepted. Well, this was a whole different company. SMI owns the tracks we've been going to. And it's just kind of an account thing, and, I'm in charge of the counts, and I don't got to put everybody's information in. Some of these other tracks, I got to put everybody's information in. And so she went on to check in her email, and when she checked her email, I could see her grin go from ear to ear, and see that she was happy to know that she's also going to be traveling with us to do media coverage for the Homestead race. And what's even cool about it, I have no complaints of SMI. I'm grateful for everything they've done for the 110 Nation, allow us in all the races that they've allowed us. But they never give us everything we're trying to get. They either don't give us media parking, or they don't give us photo vest, or when we went to Kentucky, Shorty actually didn't have a media center sticker, even though she snuck in. I guess it's one of the perks of being 4'11", but they don't necessarily give us everything. And I tell you what, and I think the most aggravating thing for me is, out of all the races I've been to, they've never actually had a spot for us. They've never had a name tag on the desk for us, so we could have a place to sit. Every time I've gone to the races, either I've had to find empty seats, the people didn't show up, or sit against a wall, or lean against the wall, or just put my stuff down, let my stuff charge, and just go walk and just find a socket in the wall. So I think that's been the more aggravating thing. But Homestead, they hooked us up. They gave Shorty media center. They gave her photo vest, and they gave her something else. I forget what the third thing was.
The pit pass?
Pit pass, okay. And then they gave me the pit as well, media center, and they gave me the media parking. So they gave us everything. Now I'm hoping that they will bless us with an actual spot there, and we won't have to fight somebody for a seat, and we actually have somewhere to sit. We ain't got to sit on the wall.
I remember when we went to the Kentucky race for media. And what? We didn't have a spot to sit down there. We stole somebody's spot. They came in, didn't they?
I think it might have came in. I can't remember.
And they told you just to stay sitting there.
Yeah, that's right. They did. But very excited. We're going to pull out. Our goal is to pull out on a Friday about noontime. We're going to stop at Daytona and see my brother, spend the night there, and then get up early Saturday, spend the other 8 hours driving down to Homestead, do the Saturday race for the Xfinity Series. We're kind of uncertain how we're going to play the Saturday night thing. Normally, if I would go, I would just sleep in a parking lot or a rest stop or some kind of parking lot. Shorty's not quite so down with that whole concept. So we might try to have to find a way or figure a way to come up with some finances.
Especially not in the middle of November. It's gonna be cold, regardless of whether or not it's Florida.
It's the very bottom of Florida.
It doesn't matter. It's still gonna be chilly at night. I'm not doing it. I get cold too easy.
Take a blanket.
No.
Take 2 blankets. But we're going to try to figure that out. Maybe we can find some finances. Anybody out there that wants to donate any our way for the cause, we sure won't shoot you down. But then we'll be there for the Sunday race. After the race and after the championship ceremony, we're going to make our way back up to Daytona and shower, refresh, and do all that stuff. And then Monday morning, head on back to the great state of North Carolina. Well, not great state, but head back to North Carolina and get back to our lives and sit there and reminisce on a one hell of a weekend. So very excited about that.
Super.
What's it like to you to know that you're getting ready to go to the? I'm not gonna say it's the Super Bowl of NASCAR because they kind of label Daytona as the Super Bowl of NASCAR, but in all sense it is kind of, because now you're down to the Final Four. And you're going to have a champion crown there, and it's such a big deal, and it's usually a sold-out crowd and everything else. What's it like for you to know that you're going to have the opportunity to be there and kind of be all over the place?
First, it's exciting. I mean, it's exciting when you get to go when I get to go to any race. But it being the last race and the champion, super exciting.
Super exciting.
Super.
Did you ever think?
No.
No?
No.
Before?
I don't think.
I know that. But, so you didn't even think to give me the bird. It just kind of came up on its own.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like intuition.
Intuition?
Yeah. Automatically just, flip you off.
Automatically flip me off. It's, did you ever think that you would be in this kind of relationship that's, one, you'd get to do these things?
No. Very simple. No.
Do you like having your world open up to all these other possibilities that you never thought?
Of course I do. All this free stuff.
Tell you what, it's crazy.
I can't wait to go home to get all the free stuff.
It's not free stuff. This is not a chair, a VIP. How much free stuff do we? Oh, we did hit the hospitality tents. I forgot about that.
And being homestead, I'm sure there's going to be more.
Yeah, even the
I'm going to go around and get all the free stuff I can get. Where is the microphone from the speaker coming from? Because when I talk, half the time it doesn't show up on the thing.
I just have comment on the air just the way it is. I don't know why.
Where is it coming from? This?
That's so damn.
Where's that? Are you sure that's not for BTR? That's not for...
Yes, I know. This is on straight earphone, I know.
So, why do you have that in your ear?
I don't have to have it in my ear. I had it to start off with just because, see if I can take it off and it still ain't going to change nothing. But, I had it in my ears so I could hear the very beginning of when it starts. Because BTR has a delay, and then it says, welcome to BTR or whatever, and that's when you start the show. And I didn't start the Spreaker side until the little BTR promotion part was out of the way.
Okay.
Cross-branding, trying to do our part to not cross-brand. Speaking of which, since we're live on Spreaker and BTR, if you're catching the show on Spreaker, it doesn't really matter which way you're catching the show. We need you guys to go over to the Spreaker platform, Spreaker.com, find the 110 Nation Sports Show or any of the shows on the 110 Nation Sports Radio Network. Or if you're a fan of ours or a personal friend of mine and you see the shows being shared, the Spreaker version of it, go there and follow us. We need to get to an over 100 follows so we can get this show put on the iHeartRadio network to help take us to a whole new level. Be able to have the possibilities of bringing on more shows, as we got one in the reserve waiting for this move to happen, and also hopefully bring on more advertisers, which once again we had one in the reserves waiting for this to happen. We got over 50,000, I think close to 50,000 followers on social media, people to check out the site, the shows, everything that we have going on. So we know we got plenty of people out there supporting us. Now we just need some of those to go over there to Spreaker.com and follow the show. It's very simple. Even if you do not have an account, it takes no more than 15 to 30 seconds to go do it. Shoot, you've been doing your research, huh? That's what I've been doing my research too. I got two alternates in my top three, or my three that I would cheat on you with. So, and yes, I said that out loud. Part of the show tonight or today is we decided we was going to find three athletes that no consequences, no questions asked. If they had the opportunity, I would go ahead and do my thing, and Shorty would go ahead and do her thing, and that would be the end of it. It's kind of one of those bucket list, fantasy list things that odds of ever happening is slim to none, and probably even more so negative, slim to none. But we decided we would play a little bit with that and have fun with that. But make sure you guys go follow us on Spreaker. Help us. We got a lot of great guys and women. I just say guys in general term here. Doing a lot of great things. Patrick Taylor comes over from Blind Blowers, helps us out, and does some NFL. We got our very own NHL expert, Izzo, doing his thing on Tuesday nights. Miss Lee behind the scene doing a great job scheduling all these people on the shows, as we got a whole slate of people already lined up for next week as well. Steve Billmeyer and Chris Creighton doing the racing with Big Sweat on Thursday nights. Steve Billmeyer helped me out on Monday nights. And we're looking to have the release of the morning show that at first I'm going to be taking over and doing that on Monday, on mornings, weekday mornings. And hopefully we will find somebody that will permanently step into those shoes and or also step into the shoes, and so we can have a Saturday and Sunday morning show. I can't do 7 days a week. I'm already doing 5, 6, 7 shows, not counting the man behind the Mr. CJ Sports installments that I do. So I'm already doing a crap ton of shows. I got to have time to do everything else as well behind the scene and do work and help raise kids and do the family stuff. So I can't tie all my days up and all my nights up. But we felt it was important here at the 110 Nation to have a morning show. It seems to be that's where most of your morning sports talk is done at. So we're working on hopefully by Monday having it ready to go, and I kick off our morning show. I really sat down and hammer down the details on the name of it. I have a pretty good idea what we're going to name it, but like I said, still working on that, and hopefully it's not a permanent thing for me. It's a permanent thing for the network. The goal is to get up to 8 hours a day of nonstop sports radio talk. So make sure you guys go over and follow us on Spreaker and help us out so we can get on the next level, so we can help continue bringing on shows, we can help bringing on advertisers, and these people can continue to do what they passionately love to do, and that's talk sports, write sports, and be in the sports field. So are we ready to do this list here?
Yes, I am.
Wow, she says that with some excitement. And she got that same grin from ear to ear that she had when she found out she was going to Homestead. Did you find naked pictures as well?
No. No, this is not from what we were just looking at. This was the other part of what I was supposed to be doing my homework on.
Oh.
But I'm about to, take his tablet and, shove it in your face.
Or shove it in my face.
I am.
So what do you want to go with? The top 5 sports or the 3 athletes we would cheat?
Whatever one you want to do first.
Okay, which one we do first? Let's do the top. We had 2 things that we had planned for today that we were going to talk about, amongst other things. And we got a couple sports topics. I know at least one I want to talk about. But we had a couple fun things that we want to talk about today. One of them is the 3 athletes that we would cheat on the other person with, and there's no consequences. If it happens, then, you just kind of pat them on the back for, it happening and just be happy for them. And hope maybe there's some pictures, but, that is nowhere here or there. And the other one was we wanted to see what each other's top 5 toughest sports were. And I kind of dug a little deep on this one. I'm not sure what Shorty went with and how deep she dug with this. But we're going to start with 5 and work our way up to number 1. So I'm curious to know which in your mind is the 5th hardest sport or toughest sport.
Figure skating.
Wow. You go there. You're back on figure skating.
ESPNSports.com has figure skating under sports. It is a sport.
Okay. That's ESPN also has poker on and the spelling bee, so I'm assuming they consider those sports as well.
They're not on this.
Just because they're on their top list.
This is the top 60.
Okay. I hope the spelling bee is not in the top 60 of toughest sports in America if they even labeled it as a sport. On the earth.
They don't.
You're right.
Anyways, so.
My number 5, boxing. 3-minute rounds, 12 rounds. I'm sorry I couldn't put MMA in there because they go 3 rounds and half the time they don't make it that long. So as brutal as boxing can be, going 12 rounds as long as you have the right 2 guys in there. We're not going to have a beyond their prime Mayweather and Pacquiao in there and count that because they just kind of stood around, danced around each other to get a fat paycheck. But traditionally, I find boxing, amateur boxing, to be probably about the 5th toughest sport out there. Number 4.
Surfing.
I wouldn't label surfing as the toughest sports, but when I
can't do it.
But there's a lot of things you can't do. You can't reach stuff on the top shelf. Does that make it the toughest sport? Can't even reach on top of the refrigerator.
Yes, I can.
Without standing on anything?
Yes.
So you can reach that box of Special K with the back. Exactly.
But that's all these very.
That is not the very back. That's like in the middle of the refrigerator.
No, it's not.
Yeah, because half of it's pushed underneath the cabinet.
It doesn't matter.
Yes,
the back,
it does.
No, it doesn't.
Obviously, it's a tough sport. And from doing my research of the 3 athletes that I would cheat on you with, I find out there's a lot of fine female surfers, and it might be a sport that I might have to pick up and start watching. So anybody out there knows where I can find the Surf Channel or surfing on a regular basis, y'all need to let me know because I think I could become a big-time fan of some surfing.
What's your number 4?
My number 4 sport, CrossFit. I'm going to do that / the Spartan race. That is some of the most...
It's not really a sport.
It's competitive. It is a sport. It is too a sport.
No, it's not.
How is it not a sport? They compete across the country against other people.
There's a bunch of different stuff in it. It's like an obstacle course.
It's still a sport. So a triathlon is considered a sport? You bike, you swim?
Those are all sports. Swimming, biking, running are all sports.
And they do the same thing.
No, you're climbing stuff.
Climbing?
No.
They do run. They do swim. It's a combined thing. You take all things and put it together.
No, it's more of a military obstacle course.
The Spartan race is, not the CrossFit. CrossFit, they do deadlifts. They do.
They take off the Spartan race off that.
Well, that's a very physical sport as well. You ever watch that stuff? Very, very physical. It's tough. Not everybody can do it. Not everybody can do it competitively. You got to be in shape. I can't say everybody can't do it. Everybody can do anything they want.
All right. Well, that's what this is going to be. My next one's going to be table tennis.
Table tennis.
Or fishing. Maybe even bowling. Bowling is stupid.
That's because you suck at it.
You're not.
You do too.
No, I came in 2nd place.
Yeah, you beat a 9-year-old, an 80-year-old at the time.
So?
So you got 2nd out of 3rd, and you beat an 8-year-old.
So? You beat an 8-year-old too.
Okay. I wasn't bragging about it that I got 2nd, or I got 1st.
I'm just saying, got 2nd.
Yeah, so you still suck at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
My 3rd sport, rugby. Very, very physical sports. No pads. Very little protection. I find that to be very important. Actually, could have probably been my number 2, possibly the number 1 sport. I think all 3 of the 3 sports I have lines up are all very competitively tough, and you got to be very athletic to do them. What do you have as your number 2 sport?
Gymnastics.
Gymnastics.
It's a very hard thing to do. I did a little bit of dabbling in gymnastics when I was little. It was not the easiest.
Yes, it is very hard to swing from a pole. Ask every dancer that works at the local.
You're treading on very, very fine water right now.
Fine water? How am I treading on fine water?
So, gymnastics. Anyways.
Was
Were you? No.
Was you a gymnast?
Huh?
Was you a gymnast?
I said I dabbled in it.
So you're offended because I referenced you to having the same skills as the local exotic dancer? I wasn't gonna go there, but don't throw your mother out there.
Will you? Really?
Really?
She follows us. You understand that, right?
She okay? She follows us?
Stop. You're irritating me. I'm about to walk out the store. I'm about to walk out the
store.
Fuck you.
Wow, dropping F-bombs on the show. Might have to explicit this one.
My bad.
FCC, ignore that last. Yes. We have to find a way to throw the beat button in there. Have you on the show. Told you we pushed the envelope a little bit here on the show.
Did I do the same thing last week? That's where I think I dropped the F-bomb last week.
You dropped the F-bomb last week. It might have been,
I dropped it on one of the shows.
See what I got to deal with on a daily basis. She's got a sailor mouth.
I do. Anyways, number 2.
My number 2 is...
Why do you get to go?
Didn't you already do number 2?
No.
Oh, okay. Who's your number 2?
I did number 3. You skipped me when you were doing number 3, so I did number 3 after you.
Who's number 2?
Number 2 is going to be ice hockey.
Number 2. I like that. I went with the professional football.
Oh.
It's a very tough sport, especially with all the concussions going on and how physically tough you got to be mentally, physically. There's just a lot on the field going on, and you know, I almost feel bad putting rugby behind that because they're doing it without the pads. But I don't know, there's a lot more to American football than rugby, in my opinion. And the season lasts longer, and there's just a lot more to it. So I got pro football as my number 2 tough sport. And for your number 1. Daisy picking.
No, I have to say boxing. I can beat the crap out of people. I couldn't do it. Just get my butt beat like that.
You like getting your butt beat.
I
mean, hell, you went out and you even got a spanking stick. Wow. I just got to start with that one. Yet to use it. We've had it for about a month. I think we used it one time. That's about it. Man, I need some boxing gloves. Maybe you'll like that better.
Maybe I will.
Maybe you will.
Maybe you should try being a real man.
Wow. You gotta kiss up now. Keep your kisses to yourself. This not real man over here picks hockey to be his number 1 sport. I think not only are you dealing with other hockey players out there hitting you, then you got to deal with the hard ground with the ice, and then you also got a wall to be slammed into, and a metal goalie.
Goal?
Yeah, whatever you want to call it, a metal goal framed to the goal. So I mean, there are just a lot of things that, and then a hard puck that could just plow you in the face, and of course.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, there we go.
Getting pucked in the face.
Get pucked in the face. You like being pucked in the face.
Why would I like getting pucked in the face?
Spanking stick and pucked in the face.
Those are a few Mr. CJ's favorite things.
I wonder how many hockey players have gone home and listened to teeth and said, I've been pucked in the mouth.
He is though. Do you know any?
Everybody's been pucked in the mouth there, Izzo. But those are. Where'd you come up with those? You could just randomly pick 5 sports all of a sudden, like gymnastics and figure skating.
Why would you assume that? Why can't you just think I did my research?
You pick figure skating and gymnastics to be part of your 5 toughest.
So.
Sports.
It takes a lot of dedication, it takes a lot of balance, and it takes a whole bunch of other stuff to succeed in both of those sports. And they're both sports.
Okay.
You have to be very physically fit. You have to be able to hold yourself up with just your arms. It's
So you gotta be able to do a hand. So you gotta be able to do a handstand.
No, it's a lot harder than you think. Man, maybe cuss again.
A handstand.
No. Some of those male figure skaters, they skate around the ice on two thin, tiny little blades.
And hold up someone who weighs 95 pounds soaking wet.
No.
Yeah.
No. I've been to figure skating competitions.
How many chunkies have you seen out there on skates?
I didn't say that they're chunkies, but they're not 95 pounds soaking wet. I've met some of these people, like Tara Lipinski and Michelle Kwan. Mm-hmm. I've met all of them. They're not super slim. I mean, they're slim, but they're tall and they're. Well, they were tall when I was little.
When you was younger? But you're still little.
Shut up.
4'11".
Shut up.
Are they taller than you?
I'm 5'11".
5'11", man.
But
You're right. The other thing that we had planned for today was 3 athletes. I'm curious to know what 3 athletes.
I want you to go first. All 3 of them. Go.
All 3 of them first?
Yes.
Are you going to go back and forth?
No.
No?
No.
All right, I had to change 2 of them out of my list.
Why?
Because they were predictable.
So
I want to add a little variety to my list of athletes that
you're gonna be shocked at mine.
I'm gonna be shocked at yours.
Yeah. No, you won't. Yeah.
The first one that I picked was Alex Morgan. Couldn't let that one go.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna pick her.
Something about her and yeah. Even out there on the soccer field, I wish we was out there picking dandelions and holding hands and skipping through the fields before this fantasy goes in a totally wrong direction. It's not the show for this. But number 2 on my list is Gina Carano, MMA fighter, actress, model. Very tough girl. Something about knowing that she could possibly throw me around the bedroom versus me throwing you around the bedroom. Kind of sparks an interest. And yes, you being 4'11" and not much more than $105 yourself. Well, I know it's hard to see that because you got let's call it what it is, a black girl's butt and D maybe bigger size chest, so it's hard to see a little bit over a buck, but you don't weigh much more than $105.
Yes, I do.
You're thick, but thick in the right places.
That isn't. All right, I'll just take it as a compliment. Continue.
You're saying your cheeks each weigh like 50 pounds or something?
No, but I know I weigh more than $105. Keep going. I didn't even get a scale today.
You do need. I don't really want to get on it. And
I want to see how much I really weigh.
And we're going to do something starting next week with myself. We're going to shed the pounds for presents. And what we're going to do is for every pound that I shed between now and December 15th, we're going to put $1 towards helping a family out and get them some presents. So we're going to start promoting that here next week and looking forward to doing that. My third and final athlete that if I got the opportunity, I would go ahead and jump on the opportunity. Megan Harden, golfer, model, the blonde bombshell. Definitely can see myself doing the back 9 or back something anyway with Megan Harden. So those are my 3 athletes that if I had the opportunity, I would sure jump on. Now your 3.
All right. Well, first one I think I already said something about. I chose David Beckham. He was pretty cute.
Pretty cute?
Yeah.
Wanted to bend it like Beckham?
Yeah.
Bend you like Beckham? Good.
Second one, I did a lot of looking through, the top, like just going through people who are supposed to be on this hot list. A lot of them weren't very hot, so it was really weird. So Frederick Weinberger from I think it was like Switzerland or something. He was pretty cute.
Some man candy.
Yeah. The last one, the 34 Luke. He was number I went to 60 on the list. maybe not. It was 39. 39. He was number like 27. He wasn't too high up on the list of, the hottest, but I thought he was pretty cute. Brady Quinn from
Notre Dame, played for the Cleveland Browns, and played for a couple other teams. I know exactly what Brady Quinn is.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty.
Pretty yummy?
Yeah.
When I was doing my research, I thought this was interesting. In the list that I saw in the top 50, Ronda Rousey was 48 out of 50.
Wow.
I was really shocked they had her that far down.
I don't really find her that attractive.
I don't think she's the finest thing, but...
Yeah, everybody was just so like, oh, she's so hot, she's so hot. I mean, yeah, she's cute, but she's not like super fabulous.
I think it's more of the combination that she's a very attractive woman, and she's badass.
Bad what?
Yes, so... I think that's more of what that's about. It's not so much that she's the Cinderella of the ball, but she could be the security of the ball and still be in a nice tight dress and still grab a lot of attention. So I thought that was interesting. Oh god, you're about to play with some stuff. There's no bleeping on there. You got your dog bark every time you say a cuss word. I don't know if you can even hear it. They might only be able to hear that. Alright. Quit playing with the buttons. This is why I'm... exactly why I'm not allowed to play on it. You start playing with stuff, and then I don't need all the sound effects on tonight. I learn how to take them all off.
There's X's right next to him.
But anyway, did you
You son of a... Too long. It's 5 seconds.
yeah, play the 5 seconds?
I guess.
Why do you do it when you hit the bark button? There was a guarantee made this week.
Guaranteed?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Sheldon Richardson of the New York Jets
Yes.
guaranteed that the New York Jets would beat the New England Patriots.
No, why would...
Now,
I
this...
took New England.
I took New England too. Now, this is coming from the same guy that led the police in a high-speed chase, was clocked just in July doing 143 miles an hour, had a loaded semi-automatic weapon, had weed in the car, and was doing that with a 12-year-old kid in the car.
Wow.
And he was street racing. That's what originally got the whole thing started.
With a child in the car?
Yeah, 12-year-old.
Who does that? I'm sure that...
Sheldon Richardson.
I'm sure the 12-year-old was, like, loving it, but...
The same idiot that guarantees that the New York Jets are going to actually outplay the undefeated New England Patriots with Tom Brady at the helm and the most intelligent coach that we've ever witnessed in our lifetime, Bill Belichick. Couldn't do it and be successful when they actually had a legitimate team. Now you got this squad thrown together. Yes, you got an upgrade because Geno Smith got what he deserved and got punched because he didn't want to give up $600 he owed. But so but anyway, to hear him make these guarantees is is funny to me, and I don't know. It just gave me something to laugh about earlier today, I guess. It's something that came out a couple of days ago, but I don't know. Guys, go off my porch now. God, they gotta always have shows interrupted. They're gonna have the hoodlums in the neighborhood coming to beat on my door. Right in the middle of a show. You can never catch a break. That's what happens when you live in the hood. You got crackheads knocking on your door, meth heads cracking on your door. Or products of crackheads. Knocking on the door. Well, tell them to go home and knock on the door. Can I get an amen, 110 Nation? You come to next door neighbor kids. Come knocking on my door and want something to drink. Go home. You live next door. They act like this is the daggone social services building down here.
I sent them outside. You know that they're here on Saturday.
No, I honestly forgot that she has them on Saturdays. I mean, for a lady that never has her own kids because she's an unfit mother, I didn't plan on her kids come knocking on my door. Well, I guess I should have known better. They come knocking on my door for something because they ain't going to get it their own. The life.
Change the subject.
The life of the 110 Nation. What do you feel about athletes guaranteeing?
I think it's a stupid thing to guarantee, because you can't guarantee that.
How do you feel about athletes trash talking?
I feel like it's part of the game.
During the game or before the game?
It doesn't matter. I feel like it's part of the game.
Why would you do something to give your opponents an incentive to really try to hurt you or beat you?
Really stupid.
I don't know. I'm not big on the whole trash talking before. I don't mind you getting in their head during the game, but why trash talk on the way before the game? That just makes no sense to me.
No, doesn't make any sense to me either. Because you never know what's going to happen right before the game. You don't know what's going to happen, during the game. You don't know if somebody might get hurt. In practice, you never know any of these things. You should never guarantee something, especially a win against an undefeated team. Coming from.
Now, both those are Cleveland Cavalier fans in this house. And Tristan Thompson got a 5-year deal, $82 million. He was wanting $12 million more. Originally, they were looking at a 5-year deal for something like $30 million or $60 million or something. Considerable. It was 4 years for $50 million. And then now it became a 5-year, $82 million deal. So he didn't get quite what he wanted, but got more than was offered at first. Went from 4 years, $50 million, to 5 years, 82, and didn't get the 5-year, $94 million. Who do you feel most benefited from this deal? Do you think Tristan Thompson got a good deal because he got more than what he originally was offered, but not quite what he was offered, or what he wanted, or do you think Cleveland got a bargain on it?
I think Tristan Thompson should just shut up and be happy that he's making $1 million a year. I mean, beep! I just feel like, you're making millions of dollars. Why are you pushing to get millions more? What could you possibly do with $93 million in 5 years? What could you possibly do with that? Spend it on what?
Well, if you felt you were that good, wouldn't you want to fight for everything you get?
I don't really feel like he's that good. I don't really feel like anybody's that good enough to make $93 or $93 million a year, or in 5 years.
But that's what the market is. I agree. I don't think anybody's worth it. There's not a single person out there that feels worth what they're making in any sport.
I think it's crap that all these sports, all these people in sports are making millions of dollars, going out, playing on a field or playing on a court or playing a game while we have soldiers, overseas doing it for pretty much minimum wage.
I agree. I think it sucks that we got a piece of garbage as the president making the money he makes, and he's on vacation every other day and making piss poor decisions to run this country into the ground. But
oh yeah, he's basically running the country into the ground now. But I mean, it's not really. It has really nothing to do with the presidency. It has really nothing to do with the president.
I'm just talking about overpaid people.
Yeah, I know, but all the presidents are overpaid.
Yeah. Everybody in the government's overpaid. Period.
Exactly, and nobody cares about the little people.
They take away from the paycheck. Of course, I'm not gonna care. Do you like the idea that Tristan Thompson's back?
Yeah.
Now we secure the offensive, the boards period, the rebounds. It's gonna be fun to see how they work it this year. Now that you have Anderson Baraja back, you got Kevin Love back, because obviously Kevin Love got more time because Raja was out, and then of course Tristan Thompson became a more significant piece because Kevin Love got hurt, and that's kind of when he picked up and excelled on the court. So now that you got all three of those, and then you add Richard Jefferson, and then you got Sean in the off season, and all the other pieces that you got: LeBron, Kyrie Irving, Mo Williams, J.R. Smith, Emin Shumpert, Della Dofa. It's going to be interesting to see how the time's distributed and how effectively and efficiently they play as a whole. Another big thing that came out this week is kind of rare, but not common, but it's also not rare. J.T. Barrett, the number one college team, Ohio State, makes a quarterback change at the starting quarterback position. Like I said, it is not uncommon, or it's not rare. It's rare, but it's not uncommon. Well, it's not common, but it's not rare. I guess it's happened in the past. Let's put it that way. I like the move personally. Do you like the move?
Yeah.
You get to see the Ohio State Buckeyes out to me. They seem to be a more up-tempo team when J.T. Barrett's up behind the center. I understand that Cordell Jones has got a longer arm, but J.T. Barrett is very accurate. And then now you add more of a run game to your arsenal. And what I mean is now you got Braxton Miller run the ball, Ezekiel Elliott run the ball, and now J.T. Barrett. To me, Cordell Jones was kind of like a Ben Roethlisberger, a big, hard body to bring down, but the only difference was, honestly, I think Big Ben probably outrun Cordell Jones. Just wasn't very fast. Now you got three legitimate runners. I think now if you learn how to start implicating Braxton Miller to pass the ball a few times so the defenses can't predict what's going to happen on a wildcat play, and make the defenses stay true and protect the receivers, I think you'll open up a lot more options, and I'm curious to see if they do that or not. But up-tempo, definitely looking forward to seeing how efficient they are against the Rutgers this weekend, Saturday night, 8 o'clock game. I'm very excited about that. Another big thing, Talladega, NASCAR. Final race of this round. Wildcard race, as there's always one or two big ones. Very excited about having the opportunity to watch that race this weekend and see how that plays out. They did do one rule change. I thought it was interesting. Most races, they have 3 green-white checker opportunities. This weekend, starting this weekend, they went down to only having 1 green-white checker. They due to safety and what we saw Austin Dillon when it came to Daytona, they felt that was best to reduce that. Do you like the fact that they changed that? Do you think it changes anything? And what are your thoughts on them changing it?
And the experience that I've had, like, watching races and, like, or listening to a race, I feel like the majority of the time, if there's, one person out front, like, the whole time, and they, on, every restart, they, like, Kevin Harvick, for example. I remember watching a race a few weeks ago, and Kevin Harvick, every time, like, there was a restart, he, like, was gone. It was super fast. I feel like, yes, there's a chance that another driver will take off faster, or, get that push faster, but I feel like I don't know what I was trying to say.
Oh, it's interesting. And of course, the pack racing, obviously, they want to reduce the chances of there being an injury and just torn up cars for no reason. My main concern with it is, okay, you changed the rule at the last second, and you decided this is how it's going to go. Now, what happens if we have a green-white checkered and we don't get to make the first lap, and instead of having the opportunity to have another green-white checker, we end the race right then, we pronounce our winner, and pronounce our winner, whatever.
Announce.
And
Yeah,
how you pronounce it?
announcing
Yeah.
something. Announcing
And
telling people.
a champion is determined because of that.
Yes.
That is my only concern, is how that possibly can turn into a driver being become a champion for this season, and all because they changed the rules on it. So definitely keep our eye on that. Definitely interested to see how that plays out. Definitely going to see if Matt Kenseth, when he decides to retaliate on Joey Logano, as Joey Logano dumped him last week in Kansas. So that ought to be interesting. So I'd be surprised it happened this week. With Joey Logano winning the first two races of this 3-race round and is already secured into the next round, I don't think this would be the weekend that would best suit Matt Kenseth to retaliate. But if Kenseth does not make this round, make it in the next round, because now he has to win. It's pretty much him or Junior has to win to make the round. If not, if they don't win, both of them will be eliminated. So either one that wins has an opportunity. But that's really their only opportunity. But if Kenseth does not make the next round, I would not be surprised if he helped dictates whether or not Joey Logano wins and becomes the 2015 Sprint Cup champion in Homestead. That we'll be at.
We'll be watching.
Definitely excited about that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we want to talk about. Wrap up before.
So I mean, like, I could be like in the pit stalls.
Yes.
Like right in the driver's space, like while they're getting their tires changed.
Yeah, like the other guys that wear their vests that are leaning up against the pit stall wall. You'll have that access with the photo vest.
Super exciting.
You'll have a little bit more access for certain aspects of the race than I will.
It's great.
It is. Enjoy it. Not every racetrack is going to let us do that, as we've seen. And now that we've accomplished that, I don't know. I'd love to get into Darlington. I've never even been there, but love to have the opportunity. Richmond, I would like to see if we can get media. They've already made it so we can apply for Atlanta. It's the weekend of my birthday, so in February. So definitely looking forward to doing that. Then I'd like to find a way to start venturing maybe some West Coast, Indianapolis. I would love to do the Brickyard and Texas and Las Vegas. Definitely would love to go to Las Vegas for the weekend, do media coverage and hang out in Las Vegas. That would be one hell of a weekend. So definitely excited about that. Got 4 weeks to get everything together, so wish us luck on that. Make sure that you follow me at CJ Sports 1. Follow the 110 Nation at 110 Nation. You can follow Shorty at Aaron, that's ERIN _ Anglin, ANGLIN. You can hit up me on my fan page, Mr. CJ Sports. The Sport and side of the house fan page is 110 Nation Sports. And then the guest and radio side of the house on our fan page is 110 Nation Sports Radio. Check out our site, www.the110nation.com. Check out our blog site, www.the110nationsports.com. Monday through Wednesday, the 110 Nation Sports Show is on 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Monday morning, we got the Monday morning quarterback at 11 a.m. We got Rubbin' is Racing at 7 p.m. on Monday. Both of those 1-hour shows. And then Thursday night at 9 o'clock, we got Rubbin' is Racing. Goes anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. More lately, it's been closer to the 2 hour. It all depends on how many guests. We're at least guaranteed to go 1 hour. But a lot of times we go longer than that because Steve Billmeyer and Chris Yellow Caution Flag Creighton managed to bring on a handful of guests. And so, like last night, we had 4 guests. So, of course, we drug it into a 2-hour show. And then, of course, we got this on Friday afternoons at noon, the CJ and Shorty show. And then we will be debuting our morning show Monday, so you guys look out for that. Probably about 8 o'clock Eastern Time, probably 1-hour show to start out and see how that goes. So you guys make sure you look out for that as well. I want to thank everybody that's tuned into the CJ and Shorty show. Glad to have another week and another opportunity to do this. We love having an opportunity to sit here and talk with y'all cut up and kind of push it a little bit to the edge as she dropped an F-bomb and a couple other bombs in there. And a couple beeps. And we talked about the lady pulling out the 15-inch cucumber. That was always interesting. Did it catch you off guard when it, or did you have an idea when I said that to you?
No, I just looked at it while I was sitting right here.
Oh, that was the first time you saw it?
Yes.
Oh, I had no idea. That was rather interesting to watch. But anyway, you guys have a great night, a great day. Enjoy your weekend of sports. Make sure you guys get all the NFL you possibly can, and you guys have a great day.